started. You should be on page 9293. One problem on 92, the rest on 93. 4 through 6 is your task tonight. Let's get started. Set a timer so we don't blah, blah, blah too much, but I don't think we will. Here we go. Extend the pattern below by drawing a shape on each blank. Use each of the shapes in the box once. Hey, this is a lot like our warm-up. Of course it is. I'm trying to help you. So, triangle, circle, circle. If we want to be extra careful about this, we could identify the pattern.
It's kind of easy.
It seems to be an A, B, B, C pattern. A, B, B, C. It just starts over again, right? So A. So now that we have that identification there, it's even easier. I mean, it was kind of easy to begin with, if you ask me. What would you put in there, Aiden?
Anthony, it's circle, then the square, then the triangle.
Circle, then the square, and the triangle. You may notice that Aiden called me by my first name. That's his right because he fulfilled his part of the deal. I told him that if he got advanced or proficient on the SBAC, that he could call me whatever he wanted. I guess it's okay. All right. So 6 minutes and 40 seconds remain with 2 much harder problems left over. A group, not much. Well, it's harder because that one was so easy. But this one's not that bad. A group of 23 students is going on a canoe trip. Cool. 3 teachers and 2 parents will also be going on the trip. 23 kids, 3 teachers, 2 parents. How many people are we actually talking about here?
28.
28 is correct. 28 people. See, they try to mix you up in the beginning. Don't let them. Each canoe can hold 3 people. This is kind of like our warm-up problem with the cages that hold lions, except now it's canoes that hold people. How many canoes will they need? Well, if you're trying to fit something into something, and you see the word each, it's usually a specific kind of problem. Anyone remember what kind of problem that is? No hands? Hands, thank you. Robin, division is correct. So what division are we doing? That's the equation they want. What math are we actually doing? Jacoby?
28 divided by 7.
Do you see a 7 in the word problem, buddy? Then why would you say 7? Take a closer look. How many people can the canoe fit?
3.
There might be a canoe that can fit 7 people, but not these. Isaiah?
3.
3 is correct. 28 divided by 3 will tell us how many canoes we need. That's part B, actually. Solve the equation to find the number of canoes needed for the trip. 28 divided by 3 is not so tough. The only problem is you'll have a hard time thinking about the answer if you only rely on memorizing times tables. You see, it doesn't fit perfectly. You can get real close, but 3 does not fit perfectly. So think about how 3 can get you real close. 3 times 5, well, that's only 15.
9.
3 times 9. What is 3 times 9?
27.
So 3 times 9, I'm just doing my work right here. You should all do your work. Equals 27. That's gonna leave us with the remainder, isn't it?
1.
So the answer is 9, remainder 1. But hold on. You might be thinking, Mr. Graham, if that's the answer, why didn't you write it in the answer? Because think about that. 9, remainder 1. You go to the canoe rental office and you say, "Hello, sir. Hi, how are you? I have 28 people. We need canoes. Well, our canoes fit 3 people each. Cool. I'll take 9, remainder 1 canoes." The guy looks at you.
You can't say like that.
What? I'll take 9, remainder 1 canoes. You'll take 9, remainder 1 canoes? Yes. What's a remainder 1 canoe? Sir, take one of your canoes, chop it up into pieces, for my remainder 1. No, I'm not going to destroy my canoe. Sir, I did the math. It says 9 remainder 1. I require 9 remainder 1 canoes. There's no such thing as a remainder 1 canoe. Well, I need 9 remainder 1 canoes. No. You have to think like a normal person. So how many canoes do you actually need?
10.
Thank you. 10. Now, you might have put 9 remainder 1. That's because you're only thinking as a math student. But you're not just a math student. You're a real person in the real world. And you can't ask for a remainder 1 canoe. You need 10. That means most people will be in the canoes together, and one guy might be by himself. Or how much time do we have left? Only 2 minutes. Better make it worthwhile. Here we go. One more. Don't worry, it's not as hard as it looks. Mia's class has 35 chairs arranged in rows. Hey, this is just like my talent show problem. Each row has the same number of chairs. Okay? Fill in the blanks to complete the equation that shows the number of rows and the number of chairs in each row. This is almost exactly like my talent show problem. So something times something is going to give you those 35 chairs you need in nice little neat rows. No! That's easy enough that you can keep it to yourself. Moving on, part B. 10 students join the class next week. So, 10 more chairs are needed. How many chairs were needed before?
35.
So how many chairs should we need now?
45.
Now the question becomes, what would the new arrangement of rows and chairs be? Well, that's not very hard either. Something times something is going to give you those nice rows with 45 chairs. And then the last problem. Listen, last time we checked the timer, it was getting kind of low. I want to leave you with one final piece of advice, okay? The products, that's the answer to a multiplication problem. You should remember that from WordWall. The products in part A and part B are both multiples of what number? That's why Mr. Graham was talking about multiples earlier this week. Remember, multiples are if you started counting by a number, you would hit something. So what's a multiple of 6? 12. What's a multiple of 4? 8. Or not 18, 16 though. So these two things are both multiples of something. I think it's fairly obvious what that might be. All right, you guys got less than a minute to show me what you have. If not, finish it for homework. Everybody say bye, class. Bye.